Welcome to another edition of Smalltalk for you. This morning I wanted to take a look at exporting work out of one edition of VA and into another. The reason for this is that I've been using VA 803 and more recently 8.5 came out. I've done this work in the Seaside blog tutorial that I was working on, and there's somebody who asked for a copy of the code, so this will kind of kill two birds with one stone. On the one hand, I can show you how to do this thing, migrate code from one version of VA to another easily. And secondly, I can make this code available on my website and make it possible for this guy to import the code. So let's get started. What you first want to do is go to Tools, Browse Application Additions, and you'd want to do configuration maps if you were at that level. It's kind of the same thing though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and I'm going to find Seaside blog. So I want to take this guy here. I didn't really have to select that. If I do this, I can pick either import or export. At this point I want to export. And then I get to pick which versions of which applications I want to export. The only thing I want to export is my application. I don't want to worry about the system stuff. That's all not going to migrate easily. So I'm going to take Seaside blog. And notice it doesn't offer me the open edition. It's only offering me things that have been versioned off. So that open edition stays in the image. And I can now take this stuff here, move it over there. And now at this point I say OK. Now here you're going to give it the IP address or host name of the server. If you're using file access, as I am, just leave it blank and it'll prompt you. So it'll give you this. And what I want to do is I'm going to migrate up to where my 8.5 image is. So I'm going to go up here, go into 8.5, and I'm going to go into image 5.0. I'm going to pick this. I tried this a few minutes ago, so I'm going to write over the same copy. So it's exporting, and away it goes. So if I had picked a different name, it would have given me one more prompt. It would have asked me if I wanted a 16 gigabyte version of the repository or 1 gigabyte. You're actually creating a whole NV repository just with that one little thing in it. Now, with that out of the way, let's close that down. Bring the 8.5 image over here where you can see it. And I'm now going to go to Tools, Browse Application Additions. I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to select Import. So here again, leave the field blank if you're using File I/O access. So I do that. Now it wants me to pick this. So I go here, find that, hit open. Now it's going to ask me the reverse question. Which applications, there's only one here, which versions, I'll select all of them. I'll move that over there. Now they're all in, I'll say OK. And now at this point they're all imported. Now just to show you that those are all in, let's go to Tools, and we'll go to Manage Application Additions. And let's scroll down and look for it. And you see there it is. I've got all the editions, so I can go ahead and take and load the latest edition. Now I've already loaded Seaside Core in here, so it loaded clean. Now that that's in, I can go ahead and go to Tools, Browse Applications. And find my application. So there it is. And everything looks like it's in here. I can see my GR object, WA object. I can see my file library there. So everything's there. At this point, I could configure this thing to run in 8.5 by going to the control panel for Seaside and getting everything set up. But there's all the code. So I've imported it into 8.5 after exporting it from 803. And that's really all there is to it. You go out to your NV repository, export the applications and additions of those applications you'd like to export. So for instance, you might not care about the history and only pick the top level one. But either way, you export and you import. And that's all there is to it. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with whatever Smalltalk you're using.